Good morning, all of you. We are doing class 4 science, chapter number 5, reproduction in plants. Here we have already started the chapter. In this chapter, it is about reproduction in plants. You have been given an assignment regarding this to do this activity, one seed, few seeds, and many seeds. You have already done this activity in the class. Last day you have done this activity in which you have already put the fruits which have one seeds. Some of these have few seeds and some of these have many seeds. Okay, now, and we have already read about the reproduction in plants. They may vary from different parts from different plants. There are many varieties of plants around us, as we know. Some are very small, some are very large, some are very big. Different parts of plants have different functions. Okay, some of it are acquiring food, some of it are releasing oxygen, some of it are making photosynthesis possible. Okay, like this, there are different parts of the plants are doing different functions. The seeds of most plants grows into new plants, as we know. The process by which living things produce their own kind is called reproduction. In this chapter, we will learn about the various processes in which plants reproduce. Now, reproduction from seeds. Plants reproduce from different parts, that means seeds, roots, stems, and leaves. First of all, we will read about how plants reproduce from seeds. Most fruits and vegetables have seeds. The seeds develop into a baby plant if it receives suitable conditions for growth. What are these suitable conditions? They are proper amount of light, water, and air. Okay, most fruits and vegetables. In the previous chapter, we have learned about the processes of pollination that we have already completed in first unit. Let us now learn what happened after pollination and how seeds are formed. Now, formation of seeds. During pollination, the pollen grains are deposited on the stigma of the gynosium by the agents of pollination like insects, winds, birds. As we have already studied what are the agents of pollinations, as we know that agents of pollinations are wind, water, insects, animals, humans, etc. They are the agents of pollination. Each pollen grains then sends out a thread-like tube called the pollen tube. Okay, the pollen tube carries the male reproductive cells, that is called male gamete, to the ovule inside the ovary. Once inside the ovary, the male gamete combines with the female gametes inside the ovule. This process is called fertilization. So, what is fertilization? The pollen tubes carries the male reproductive cells to the ovule inside the ovary. Once inside the ovary, the male gamete combines with the female gamete inside the ovule. This process is called fertilization. So, this is known as fertilization. The fusion of male and female gamete results in the formation of a cell called zygote. Okay, so what is zygote? It is a fusion of male and female gamete inside the ovule. The fusion of male and female gametes results in the formation of cell called zygotes. The zygote develops into baby plant. Later, the ovule forms the seed and ovary forms the fruit. The petals and sepals slowly falls off. That means what are petals? These are sepals and these are petals. Okay. So, petals means the flowery part and sepals means the outer cover, the green color outer cover. They are divided into 4 parts, 5 parts. There are different stages of the sepals. Sepals wither, corolla wither, stamen, stigma, style wither, ovary develops into a fruit, ovule develops into seeds. These are the 5 stages. Now we have to do an activity. Which activity? You have to take take 4 or 5 kidney beans, or you may take rajma, the gram, or the pea. For doing this activity, you can take any of these 3 items. Okay. And you have been given this activity at your home to submit this activity. The seed coat protects the seed and the baby plant inside it. So what are the functions of this seed coat? It protects the baby plant inside it. Water is absorbed through a small hole in the seed coat called the helium. So helium allows water. Here is the helium, one small hole like structure that allows water to get inside the seed. Below the helium, scar, which shows the place where the seed was attached to the fruit. That means when it falls down from the fruit, it is attached with the fruit, and that part is known as scar. If you carefully remove the seed coat, you will see that the seed has 2 fleshy white parts inside this. These are called seedlibs or cotyledons. Some seeds like peas, beans and pulses have 2 cotyledons, and some are monocotyledons, such as maize, wheat and rice. They are monocotyledons, that means, or monocotyledons, that means single cotyledon they have. And the dicotyledon, they have 2 cotyledons. 2 parts of seeds we can get. The seedless stores food and provide nourishment to the germinating seedling called an embryo. So this seedless provides foods and nourishment for the new plant, that a new embryo which is germinating from the zygote, and after that it will become a new seedling. The embryo has 2 parts, the seed shoot and the seed root. The seed shoot, that means the upper part which is above the soil, and the seed root below the soil. The seed shoot grows upward from the stem and seed shoot grows downward to the soil from the root. Now, how this germination occur? All seeds do not grow into plant. As we know that all seeds doesn't grow into a new plant. Some are destroyed due to harsh weather, and some are eaten by the birds and animals. A seed needs suitable condition to grow into a new plant. So what are the suitable conditions? The process by which seed produce a baby plant is called a germination. The 3 conditions necessary for germination are water, air and favorable temperature. These 3 conditions, if the seed doesn't get, that means it will not germinate into a new plant. Okay, water makes the seed coat soft, thus enables the seedling to come out. Air provides oxygen for the seed to breathe in, and sunlight provides warmth to the seed to grow. If these 3 conditions, any of one of these 3 conditions are missing, then the seed will not grow. So activity number 2 also you have to do. Then we have read about the seed dispersal. That it tells us that if all the seeds grows near the parent plant, then they will not get enough space, air and water or the nourishment or the sunlight for their growth. That is why they should be scattered far away from the parent plant or from each other. The process of scattering of seeds is called dispersal of seeds. That means this process of dispersal is known as dispersal of seed. Scattering of seeds is known as dispersal of seeds. Wind, water, animals and human beings carry out the dispersal of seeds in nature. So what are the agents of dispersal? The agents of dispersal are wind, water, animals and human beings. Now, dispersal by wind. Some fruits have very light, hairy or wing-shaped seeds that can be easily carried out by the wind. For example, maple and jacaranda. Favorable conditions, seeds have wings. They have the wings. We have seen dandelions also that have some wings, and they carried away by the winds from one place to a distant place. Dispersal by wind. This occurs in case of coconut, lotus plant and some of the aquatic plants also. Okay, their seeds falls into the into the water, and the water carries it away to a far distance. There, if they get the three favorable condition, they will grow into a new plant. Dispersal by winds and dispersal by animals and human beings. As we know that we human beings loves to eat fruits. We eat lots of fruits like apple, mango, lychees, oranges, pomegranate, etc. We eat the fruits and throw away the seeds. These seeds, if they will get the three favorable conditions, they grow into a new plant. And some of the birds or animals, when they eat these fruits and they drop it somewhere, there it will grow. Okay, such as berries and small fruits eaten by birds, the seeds do not get digested in their stomach and it disperses through their droppings. Okay, now number 4 is dispersal by explosion. Some fruits or foods have, such as pea, geranium, poppy, gorse and balsam, burst open when they ripen. That means when they ripen, they burst and the seeds gets dispersed or scattered far away from their main plant. That means from the parent plant. There they get the favorable conditions and there they start growing into a new plants. Okay, now I have given a revision zone over here that you have to do. Revision zone, that means match the following: wind, that means poppy, winds, that is cotton, water, coconut, birds, berries, human beings, mango, explosion, poppy. These are the results of this revision zone, the matching of the followings. Okay, next day we will start from reproduction from the other parts of the plant. There we will read about reproduction from stem, reproduction from leaves, reproduction from roots and spores. Okay, so till then, thank you and goodbye.